Alright, so this is my um, little review, sort of my first thoughts on the first edition foes for Frog God Game put out monsters for 5th edition. First things first, this is basically, if you have, let's say, this book, sorry about that, and a few of their other older books, you pretty much have all the monsters in this book. But you cannot fault them on that. It is for 5th edition. It has the stats for 5th edition, and in a way, that's kind of best that they have monsters from these other books. Another thing, and I'm already getting. I'm sorry. I'm getting into what I didn't like about this. Again, another thing that to point out: the statistics, the placement of the statistics, and the way it's put out there is not the exact same as 5th edition. But you can't fault them on that either, because the way I understand it, they do not have the copyright to do it exactly by the book. Having said that, though, it's so minor. Like the statistics for strength and stuff is in a separate, different place. It's just so minor, though, that I don't really think that's really saying, worth saying that's a bad thing. I like the selection of monsters, and you can't fault them on it basically being the art rehash from the older books. It is a book for 5th edition D&D to be used for 5th edition D&D, and thankfully it has the statistics for that. One thing I think is very hard, like I can overlook the where it's at. Well, I don't know if it's really hard, but another thing that's really glaring, instead of saying you have advantage or disadvantage, they say something to the effect like you have an attack disadvantage or something to that effect. Again, it's because of copyright things, and it's noticeable when you look at this book. You know that this is a third party book. It's not an official D&D book. Again, all very well. The one thing I do want to point out, and I have to say this, I'm sorry, I can't remember who laid out this book, which I really love this book. The art is very nice and all that. And I made a video about this book, and the one glaring thing was the white empty spots on every page. The layout was horrible. He has really changed, and I don't know if the same person did this one, but Frog God Games, they did an excellent job on the layout of these monsters. The pictures are big. They take up, with the words and the pictures, the layout just fits the page just right, and it just makes for such a better book. I mean, it just anyway. What I got was the PDF. I did not get the actual book itself because again they overprice everything in Frog God Games. But the choice of monsters, and you have to understand they don't have things like unicorns or Pegasus. That's in the monster manual, so there is no reason to put things in that the monster manual already has. I really like the choice of monsters they put in, and they did it very old school. Instead of putting demons, they like the demon princess, they put them throughout under their own name to make them more unique and stand out. I kind of like that. Anyway, very well worth the price. It's $20 for the PDF, which that kind of gets me. Again, overpriced, but still not so overpriced. It's well worth $20 for what you get. There's 261 pages to it. There's a lot of monsters. Each monster gets a full page, except for some things that are so similar. And this book kind of goes more into. I'm not really certain. I'm saying that I don't know if that's true. I believe in the Monster Manual they don't give an ecology section, whereas this one does. So they give you a few things, and I actually kind of, to be honest, I kind of like the layout of the 5th edition foes more in that at the beginning of each one, like Pixie, or no, Pesty, I'm sorry, they give you the experience points value, and they say lawful evil, small fey, and I think it's very different in the official monster manual, but you know you have to kind of look for alignment in there somewhere. I just like the way it's right there on top. Anyway, so that's my general off the top thoughts of it. Way better layout. Oh my god, it's just very very nice. And again, it's you know, a lot of people were complaining about it being black and white, and I'm certain those are all the younger ones who I love it in black and white, and I love the layout. You know, reading it on a black and white page instead of it just makes it for so much nicer for the eyes. Maybe that's showing my age. Anyway, 5th edition foes, well worth the $20 for the PDF. I don't know about the cost for the hardback. They really need to start going print on demand. I'm trying to say nice things. Very much an improvement over the Monsteries book.